and welcome to the Raw Review. We are the Dudley Boys of What Culture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. WWE Dynamite, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a bunny quiz, of course, on Wrestle Culture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick's review last night's Raw and looking ahead to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. A bit underwhelmed with this. There's a big announcement, a match that I don't think we would have called for Elimination Chamber itself. Terrific CM Punk promo. Beyond that, I don't know. I thought this was a little bit flat across the evening, and we're not the podcast that shouts at crowds if they don't make noise. They can respond to the product that they're being given and all that. So it was a reflection of that, I felt. Yeah, just despite a couple of big events, because you're going to get at least something probably every week now between now and WrestleMania, just a bit low on enthusiasm for this one.
I don't know how Levesque does it, you know. This is a show where if you go segment by segment and what they were trying to do and build and what they did in the ring, and this could be described as wildly uneven. You had one superb bit of business in the men's world title picture, an excruciating opening segment, and some really middling action. So because it was so uneven and something was really good and sort of I don't know, stirring, exciting, and something was so bad that Hamflett. No, they're doing some drilling. They are repairing the lift currently in the office. So if you hear what it sounds like, the What Culture B, which is what Adam Wilbourn wanted to get over, of course.
I supported the B.
It's like an infrequent noise that might just every now and then just interrupt in the background.
Back in the old office, isn't it, really?
I know some people, shut up, man. I know some people are sensitive about very, very minor audio quirks.
We're not buzzing about it, to be honest.
No. Come on, let's stop farting around.
What I'm saying is, when you have something that's so good and inspiring and engaging, and then something cringeworthy that deserves a burial, and we are talking about the rapid decline of a former top star, which is kind of a headline, and yet it's still so boring. How can you do something that sort of ostensibly elicits conversation and talking points, and yet when the show's done, you're like, oh, whatever. Triple H, you boring bitch.
I'm excited for Elimination Chamber.
Me too, yeah.
I like the card. I like the way it's obviously sort of a stepping stone for Mania. I like all the mystery. We've got 3 masked men, technically, on this show.
Oh, it's Gabo City Jones.
We don't know the identity of any of them.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that.
Okay, well, you're being facetious again. That's good.
So we start the show.
That's the tell. It was it was a bit just whatever this one.
I think I enjoyed it more, but then I also have had been out of the loop for a few days. So I'm just like, oh, great. Wrestling, let's go.
Yeah. I know, I understand that feeling.
Yeah. So everyone's arriving, usual thing here, except, AJ Lee is back, and one of the first people to realise this is Becky Lynch, who walks behind them to be like,
I really like that.
Yeah.
Having, obviously, AJ Lee not being advertised, you get that response followed by the little cute bit of physical comedy. I really enjoyed that. It was, if I'm honest, the highlight of the Becky Lynch, AJ Lee stuff for me on this Raw was that silent recognition of her being in the building, more so than what followed.
Should we get to that? Because
I did, but it is with the start.
Yeah, Becky Lynch storms out to the ring. She wonders when this disrespect will end. She talks about injustice at the Royal Rumble. And then she's seen who's decided to return to her show. And then, bing bong, light it up. Out comes AJ Lee.
That was somehow less annoying than AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. That really wound us up, what you've just done there. It was so irritating.
I was into that. Keep that.
Keep that. Anyway, AJ says she's not here for Becky. She's here to support her girl, Maxxine, who's got a match tonight. Big fan of the B.
Doesn't have to be a B, though.
We should have a hive mind take on
What
this.
Culture Wasp is actually maybe better.
2 W's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you prefer that?
I'd prefer it if we just did the podcast and not.
We're many years past that
It's
point.
the Wasp
pal.
edition or the B edition, you know? It's like...
Yeah, let us know in the chat, actually. Wasp or B? Just write Wasp or B.
This is Raw.
It's a drill. It's a drill.
SmackDown's more of a B show, so this should probably be a Wasp.
It's a drill.
You're a fan of drill, aren't you?
Yeah, the internet personality, yes.
She's there for Maxxine, then she's going to probably just hang out in catering or whatever. Just chill.
God, just... That's what it sounded like. It was the same thing to me.
By the way, that just reminds me of me doing that. Eric turned around to me the other day, basically, effectively, didn't say it in these words, but effectively went, "Hey, Dad, check this out." Put his hands in his pockets. Like, you seen this? Just do that. What do you reckon? Is that anything?
Yeah,
He effectively said that to me. Yes, son, it is.
Orange Cassidy and out.
Yeah, just a chill guy. It's fine. Anyway, Becky says, "I get it. I get your whole thing. You act so cute. Stupid eyebrows." She slags off her eyebrows. She calls her a little chihuahua. Keeps barking. Yep. Barking in my ear. You're ruining my life, she says. And
mine too.
AJ says, "How am I ruining your life, Becky?" Bit dramatic. I haven't done anything. Oh, did beat you at WrestlePalooza. Yeah. Also beat you at War Games. That's it. But, oh no, I did cost you a title against Maxxine at MSG. But, you know, you got your title back. Water under the bridge, isn't it? Becky says, "There's no water, there's no bridge. What's it going to take to get rid of you? There's Elimination Chamber in Chicago, your hometown. Is that what you want? Want to go one-on-one with the greatest of all time?" Not just me saying it, other people saying it, Sports Illustrated, etc. Do you want me to pummel you to the ground, splatter your blood in front of your friends and family? Do you want me to ruin your life like you've ruined mine? Is that what you want? Huh? And AJ says, "Okay, well, what I'm getting from you there is you're either having a nervous breakdown or you want to go one-on-one with me. But I haven't had a singles match in a decade. Have to be really special, really worth it, you know? But you said, you know, you're greatest of all time. So if I beat you, what would that make me? Make me better than you? Makes me a number one contender, right? For that shiny little thing on your shoulder. Technically, I should get a title shot." Becky, no, absolutely not, she says. You don't deserve a shot. You're not even an active part of the roster. AJ's like, "Okay, no title, no match." Sounds good. Let's go back to Chicago, it's fine. And Becky caves. She says, "Look, okay, listen to me. You got it. Title match. If you think you were held down by the man before you left, you have no idea what you're in for. Welcome to the big time."
So she's going to tear this apart. So I'll try and keep my thoughts brief. But
Limb from limb.
I didn't like it either. I didn't like it either. This was too, and I blame both of them for this. This was too lightweight. What are they aiming for here? Because Becky Lynch can't say all that stuff about what she's going to do and ruining your life and brutalizing people and all that. And then they just kind of dick about, like, the dissonance, just like stuck out like a sore thumb here for me. I quite liked this when it was lightweight because it was a nice way to bring AJ Lee back in after something very serious with Punk and Becky. They managed that very effectively to the point where the mixed tag didn't have anywhere near of the sort of the fury of the Becky Lynch CM Punk stuff. And I was quite impressed with how they've sort of pivoted and made this a bit more lightweight and a bit more like nice welcoming back. Likewise, daft as it is to say, contradiction in terms, but War Games. Like,
yes.
You know, like the WWE doesn't book War Games like it's this end of the world, like blood and guts-esque massacre. So fine there as well. But they being WWE, do take WrestleMania season seriously. And this is a big match. This was something that was on most people's,
Not mine.
not yours, WrestleMania card. And it's pretty cool that they're doing it now. I think I'm like looking forward to this singles match and what it looks like and stuff. And I felt like they were trivializing it a bit just with these kind of like, I don't know if AJ's got a different setting, truthfully, but Becky Lynch currently trapped in this character she's playing, which she might love, by the way. This might have gone exactly as they wanted it to, but it all just felt a bit too trivial and daft and pantomimey for the type of thing I'd like between these. So I'm not saying that they both have to be like Cope and Suzuki, gnarled, griddled bastards. Just take the belt and the stakes and what it means to have AJ's first singles match and all that stuff and take it seriously. it's going to be heated in the United Center. And this, I don't know, sort of feels like they're stealing it a bit here with the way they were going on.
This was awful.
Mm-hmm.
This was cringe-worthy. Like, I just thought this was absolutely awful. It was a horrendous, visceral experience to endure.
You're not a fan of AJ at the best at all?
No, I really don't rate her as a babyface. I think it's like total, like, intense nostalgia for a bygone time 10 years ago. I think if you actually take away that stupid music that has this effect on people, and you actually sit down with the AJ Lee character and turn your dick off, because a lot of blokes just seem to like her in that way. And I'm not saying she's not talented or that men would only want to enjoy her for that reason, but I think she was really good for WWE soap stuff in 2012 as that sort of agent of chaos who was quite... You could see why they overdid it and fell in love with her, right? You absolutely can, because she played this sort of flighty character really quite well. As this returning babyface legend, it's not funny, just a drill. I don't know why you're laughing so much at the drill. It's actually pissing me off.
It's like the Wasps getting involved.
Yeah.
AJ Lee is this, this flighty 2012 character. I can see why they completely went overboard with it. This character is a babyface. Do not get it. Do not get it. It is so, this disingenuous way the snarky, disingenuous dimension to the character, like the little face when she skips. I just find it smug and detestable. I find it smug and detestable.
Is this separate from your PDS?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. I don't care, who she is married to. I don't. Okay. I just find it, she just radiates smugness. I don't find any of it endearing or witty, any part of the act whatsoever. It's the sort of thing you see parodied as like an annoying trope, and I'm meant to take her as this returning legendary hero that I'm so grateful to have back in my life. So I didn't like that aspect of it. And with Hamflett as well on the dissonance, like, did you see what you did at WrestlePalooza? Which, by the way, was crap, and I completely disagree with Hamflett's take that it was a nice, fun direction to take it into, because the Becky Punk stuff was outstanding. By the time they arrived at the match, it felt lightweight, and WrestlePalooza was kind of a disaster in terms of critical reception and the launch of ESPN. Going to what they've done together in a ring at this point, if there happens to be a single offensive maneuver attempted and executed in that match at Elimination Chamber that looks like it might draw blood, which is what Becky Lynch was saying, it will be a mistake. It will be a hard way mistake, because they did nothing whatsoever in their exchanges thus far, which are so limp and just nothing and low impact, that you cannot tell me that there's going to be blood. It's WWE, of course. Might smear some ketchup on their forehead, but that's it. And I'll tell you now, Becky Lynch is doing what the kids call Jericho maxing.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that anything? It's just a Twitter phrase that
Maxxine.
I've just been reading it. It beamed into my eyeballs for 7 days, so I had to say it. Put maxing at the end of things.
Okay.
I don't get it. Why would you study 2023, 2024 Chris Jericho? That's what she appears to have done. She's already lost too much, I think, Becky Lynch. So that's part of the Book of Jericho. Like, this clownification, this Jerichoification of Becky Lynch, I find staggering. Any credibility she had as this main event figure, which she kind of needs to retain if she's going to do what she did so fabulously in 2023 and try and guide people and get them over that little bit and help establish them and be the gatekeeper. It's one of those ways. I feel bad because wrestling history is littered with total defensive losers who their ego cannot bear the thought of losing a fake fight. And it just renders all of them so pathetic, or most of them so pathetic. Becky Lynch is one of the few self-aware people who will think to herself, it's a fake fight, who cares? Mm-hmm. Maybe the defensive paranoid freaks have got a point, because this idea of showing ass and losing matches has informed this new character, and I just find it really, really, really cringeworthy.
I think it's strange they're doing
And ineffective as well.
I get why they're doing it in Chicago, but do you think it's strange they're doing it here because of Mania being so close? Because we've all assumed that Becky AJ was going to be a Mania match.
Maybe they'll do it twice?
Yeah, that's what we said on the news.
Oh, dear.
Step up. Well, and this is the thing, like, has this been kept lightweight because
Maybe,
they're going to go bigger with it in a Mania build where they've stepped it up? Becky's had a couple, like, we're talking today, Becky's had a couple of weapons rematches that have been really strong, like the Tiffany Stratton ones and the Charlotte Flair ones spring to mind. So this might be,
I'm not saying that she needs to be, we need to patronize her, but at the end of the day, AJ Lee was never amazing back then.
Yeah.
There were loads and loads of reasons why, and, she gets lapped in ring by a lot of, the people who have succeeded her. So you get the atmosphere shortcut at Chamber, and then the plunder shortcut at Mania.
Basically,
It would be clever. Mm-hmm. It would be clever.
We followed that up with the World Tag Team titles being on the line. It was the Usos versus Otis and Akira Tozawa. Alpha Academy actually do well early on, including Otis press slamming Tozawa over the top onto the Usos to take us to a break. When we come back, Tozawa's in trouble, but he nails Jay with a DDT. Hot tag to Otis. He runs wild. It's Jimmy with the world's strongest slam for 2. Jay makes a blind tag, though, and cuts off a caterpillar attempt with a super kick.
missed his head.
Didn't get all of it, did he?
He's caterpillaring out. He missed his head. Sort of tripped over him, stepped over him, and then appeared to stick a little dig in the aftermath as if to say, "You stupid idiot, caterpillar him while I'm trying to super kick you." That one's on you, Jay. I mean, you're eating everything, but come on. It's just right there.
Just rubbing it in with what Jimmy said afterwards. You sure about that after this? Anyway, the Usos super kick Otis. Tozawa makes a tag, though. I need your help with this, actually. He hits some suicide dives, and then what did he do?
Well, you see, the entrance he did in the match, he was like, and then again.
I like Tozawa
I liked
a lot. Yeah.
I've got some thoughts on Tozawa after this.
Yeah, he hit he got a nice near fall, actually. He hit a diving senton onto Jimmy. Otis then comes in after that, but Jimmy super kicks both of them, and the Usos give Otis a double spear and the 1D for the 1-2-3. Post-match, the Usos put over Otis and Akira, and Jimmy said, because Byron asked what's next, basically, and Jimmy said they're going to be the best, continue being the best tag team in the game, but what he wants to see next is Jay qualifying for the Chamber, winning the match, going on to be main event Jey Uso, and everyone went, yeet.
The Usos were absolutely useless here. They've forgotten how to wrestle. So that wasn't ideal. I want to talk about the liars. I don't like the liars. I don't just feel anger towards the liars who lie about all the wrestling.
You've been off Twitter for 6 months at this point.
It's pretty deep, this one. And Akira Tozawa reminded me of that. It's not just the liars who lie about the old wrestlers and pretend they've watched 100 matches when they've watched 2 and then read the cage match, right? We can all do that. It's the liars who lie on behalf of fully grown adults that don't need to be babyfied in your support of them. Akira Tozawa is one of these wrestlers, right, where he'll have he had a pretty good night here, right? One good night in 100, presumably extremely happy with his lot, earning a good wedge from WWE and has had it for a while now.
It's not 2017 or 2018 or 2019 anymore. I reckon if he wasn't happy and he said, "Can I leave?" they probably would have said, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah. He has...
I'm speculating there.
Yeah. This took me to that feeling oh, come on, WWE, we need to be doing more with Akira Tozawa. No, we don't. This was absolutely, and he probably says the same. I'll dick around and take almost 0 bumps, 99% of the time to have this one good match once in a while.
It wasn't good. It was a good individual performance in a bad match.
Yes. Thank you for picking that very important detail up. Yeah, I just thought, I want to have some balance here in how I approach the liars. That's all it is. I don't want it to look
You don't have to approach the liars at all.
I think I do, actually, Sidge. I don't have many agendas, but that's the biggest one.
And now we go on to liars.
What is this podcast if not fiercely honest?
No. The thing about us is that we're a little bit too real.
Yes. Yeah. So it just struck me watching Akira Tozawa have his one good match that he has every 4 years.
He could have 52, though.
No,
Maybe not 52 because then we get the AEW problem.
exactly. You see? You see?
There is a balance. There is a balance.
Different balances, different needs.
No
Right.
balance is ever struck though.
Do you know what it is? I'm getting a little bit wound, a touch wound by old Thickershire himself, Trevor Mann.
He's trolling you, man.
I know. I'm getting like a little bit wound. It was because he named other people, and I thought, that's bad form, that. Like...
Yeah, but then they've disagreed with him, and that's funny.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Well, that's good. That's as they should. And
Sami Zayn posted a video in response to...
That was the one that really wound me up. I was like, you're taking the f***ing piss, Ricochet. He was in the bloodline. Like, you made him at WrestleMania,
Yeah, but
Trevor. You couldn't do it on your birthday. So, like...
Have you seen the match that El Generico had with Kota Ibushi and DDT, though? Or like the series?
Yeah, me and a few other 100 people.
Yeah, they're
like,
great. They're better than anything he did.
No, that's completely incorrect, Sid. That's factually incorrect.
No, it's not, though.
And like,
because if you actually
it's lovely,
watch
it's lovely having opinions, right? It's lovely having opinions, but let's talk some facts for a second. It was the main event of WrestleMania, Trevor.
Oh my God!
Right? Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing.
WrestleMania.
It's the biggest thing you can do as a pro wrestler. So yes,
We've been through this, Michael. You know,
I know, Michael. I know.
We did in the office
Yes.
about a year or two ago.
Yeah.
We went through a qualitative ranking of the WrestleMania events and established that about 52% of them are bobbins.
Yeah, but like perception's reality. Like, get it anyway, and then like come back to me after the fact and be like, what was better?
No, the
Like-
Ibushi match was better. Just my opinion.
It's the wrong one, but it's a reasonable one for you to have. It's not fair for Ricochet to say that. Like,
Sami Zayn himself went.
I'm happy that Ricochet's
Sami
got his...
Zayn did this thing where he's quoted interview with someone, I forget who.
Yeah.
Tyson,
I
isn't it?
think so.
Yeah, I thought it was Tyson.
Where Tyson's talking about legacy and goes, that doesn't mean anything to me, or whatever. So he's had his little subtext back to him. Just simmer down.
No, look, I almost appreciated Ricochet's honesty with the bit when he was saying they were giving me like the Intercontinental title to stay. Like, I'm glad he's moved away from like meaningless belts and no creative direction.
Do you
I'm
think
glad.
Super Dragon has booked him better than Levesque, though, at the end of the day?
He's a idiot. And he's not a liar, actually. I will give him that. He's not a liar.
Who, Ricochet?
No.
He loves Levesque deep down.
Do you think he'll go back one day?
He's a wrestler, of course he will.
all these lies. Yeah.
But he's go, sorry about that. But it's just like
They're all the
cleverest ones, and again, I'm not convinced that Ricochet is one of them. All find a way to go. Can I just shock you? I like WWE, despite what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Look,
I don't like him empowering the liars. That's like this Tozawa thing. This is genuinely this match was terrible. So I went on this like little sort of thought spiral. I was like, oh, that's it now. Like Ricochet said that last week, and people are going to watch this and be like, another trapped prisoner. Akira
You're
Tozawa.
the one who's been lured into a trap
Maybe, yeah.
by Ricochet.
I don't need us going back to the John.
Outwitted by Ricochet. Come on, that doesn't happen to anyone.
Don't want the era of the John Moxley escaping from prison, like set returning. I thought it was awful at the time, and I don't need it returning. And this is what, like, watching Tozawa have one good night, I was like, oh, God. Like, we're going to have to start pretending again that this isn't the best place for wrestlers to wrestle, when it is.
It's
like,
not.
It is. It might not be where the best wrestle, but it's the best place to wrestle.
Well, we've got a match coming up that might contradict that take entirely. Right on to the matter at hand, the match itself. Would you like some analysis of it?
Yes, please.
It was poor, other than the individual performance from Akira Tozawa, of course, who he looked at business in there, just very explosive, like really good, like mastery of the crowd, and like went to just take that extra step and ratchet up that pace a little bit more. I thought he was excellent here, but like basically the match was whatever. Then Tozawa's class. Then this is the character, not the wrestler, that I'm, criticizing here. If I'm just watching it purely as a work of fiction, Tozawa's class, Otis comes in, sucks, and then just abruptly eats the 1D, or whatever they call it. Mm-hmm. Like Jey Uso had one job: stand there and take Tozawa's aerials. Try, and you'd think you'd be in sync at this point. Like, when you've been podcasting with like two close pals for like several years now, and you always just finish each other's
sentences.
Yes. Well, you'd expect those useless tossers, the Usos, right, to be able to throw a super kick at the same time as one another. Who doesn't have an issue doing that?
Two Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Matt and Nick Jackson.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'm watching the Usos, and it's just like, how the can you be twins and not have telepathy? It's like, surely that is a biological impossibility. And like they're a second, one of them's a second late every time. Jey Uso, it's like, you cannot play the first riff on Guitar Hero. Like, I'm not very good at this kind of thing. You can't beat World 1-1 and Mario when all you have to do is just sense that there's like an enemy coming at you. Bop, jump over it, right? Right, when do I hit this guy with the super kick? Or like, when do I like go somewhere near his face and hit my thigh? Do I do it when his head is about to come down so I can, adjust for when his head's about to go down? Or do I hit him in the head when he's mid-worm? What does he call it? The caterpillar. Maybe I'll time it so that when his head goes down, my foot goes forward. Useless tosser. It's got no reflexes, no hand-eye coordination, no sense of timing. He is absolutely hopeless at what he does. Hopeless.
I'm picturing them as Mario and Luigi now as well. Like, super,
Yeah, the difference is Mario and Luigi are super.
super idiot brothers.
Well, the
Usos.
Usos decidedly are not super. They are atrocious.
In some respects, this was the worst match we've reviewed this year because of the...
No, that Maxxine versus Becky happened.
But like, if you're going to make...
On the subject of Mario analogies, of course, she ground-pounded her own ass.
If you're going to be generous to Maxxine's inexperience, like, versus the Usos, 15, 16 years in WWE
Yeah, they're getting
alone?
worse by the week.
Like, they had my worst WWE match of last year. That WrestlePalooza tag that fell apart against two Bronnies. I sense they're on for it in 2026. They're going back to back. I really feel it. Like,
it's a young age to be washed at. You have to remember with them is they were in an era of like, I'm not in the business of defending the Usos. I think it's absolutely unacceptable how awful they are. But like, they were in that era where there was like 5 hours of telly to bounce around on. They were doing that house show loop, not killer calendar intensity, but like a lot of time on the road.
Yep.
Like, there's miles on those clocks. God damn it! It's looks like it's 13:30 for them because they are finished.
still full steam ahead with the Jey Uso singles push in the short term, eh? Get back to that.
I understand, right?
Who did that qualify with him?
Can't remember. It's not the good one. Gunther's in the good
Surely
one.
it's not. You could put 1997 Misawa and 1989 Ric Flair in a triple threat match with Jey Uso, and it would still contrive to be dog shit.
I'd like to watch that, though.
Misawa or Jey Uso?
Jey Uso.
Ric Flair or Jey Uso?
Ooh. Flair.
Okay.
Flair.
Trying to find this match now. Keep looking.
What, Misawa Funk? Misawa Flair versus Jey Uso?
Certain amount of time in the day, pal.
Misawa or Jey Uso for you, Wilbourn?
Jey Uso.
Give him a difficult one, at least.
Shut up, man.
Give him a thinker.
I can't find it. There was a recap of that excellent Punk Roman segment from last week, and then out comes the other Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, alongside Dirty Dom, IC champion. Morgan's about to speak, but Dom, he wants to present her with some flowers and chocolates. I need your help with this, actually, to congratulate on her winning the Rumble. Morgan was happy, and she thanked him and said his gift would come later. So presumably she's, left in the hotel or something?
No, I believe this was sort of like a suggestive way of saying that you're going to get a nosh in the hotel later.
Nice.
Oh, by the way, are you happy? Got a new different pair of trousers on. Someone was irrationally upset by this. I just really, really like those brown chinos I bought.
They're nice. Yeah. As well.
These are okay. I really like those brown.
Trouser watch with Michael Sidgwick.
Apparently so. That's what we're doing here. These are okay. These are okay, but I love those trousers. Like when Michael Scott gets his jeans.
Yeah, that's how you.
Yeah,
Something
40 gets into those.
40. In my chopped era, when I feel
chopped?
just like you just washed up, basically.
Okay.
You've aged, and when you get a nice bit of clobber on, it feels somewhat all right. So is that a crime? Apparently it is.
So Liv then says, Cleveland, you are now in the presence of the greatest intercontinental champion and
It's an
Royal
intercontinental champion.
Because she does this thing now where she goes, she's getting longer,
Yeah.
all time. She talks about putting Jade Cargill and Stephanie Vaquer on notice. They're afraid of her because they know that whoever she picks is going to lose at WrestleMania. I like the fact that Dom was about to speak and then he sold it like Kane's pyro had gone off. Oh, bloody hell.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
For Stephanie Vaquer coming out. And she's...
Oh my God.
Hamflett.
Yeah, we're heading somewhere with this. She tells Liv that she talks too much and talks in Spanish. Liv wants Dom to translate and he says, ooh, not sure you want me to translate what she just said. But he fires back in Spanish to Vaquer. Morgan says, what did you say to her? And Stephanie said, he said he's a little bitch. Which I don't think he did, actually. It's a weird promo to go, well, I'm a little bitch. So...
It was well timed from Vaquer,
yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. Morgan called her a liar. She accused her of wanting Dom. I mean, who doesn't? She offered her the Hot Girls Love Dom t-shirt. Then she said she didn't think she was qualified to wear it.
I mean, I know she's a heel, right?
Yes.
Stephanie Vaquer, as a TV character, has been reduced to a glorified ass. She's like a living, walking ass who does a move that is all based on her ass. That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Anyway, Vaquer tells her, pick me so I can kick your ass at WrestleMania. Liv says, you want me to rush and make a decision? I'm not going to rush for you. I'm not going to rush for Jade. If you don't like it, why don't you cry about it, puta? Stephanie Vaquer yells back, puta tu madre e puta, and slaps Dominik to close this segment.
I thought this was pretty heated. It does feel like Liv Morgan obviously will challenge Stephanie Vaquer, and it's still a long way off WrestleMania. So you almost need, and it probably will be, I guess, Roxanne Perez and/or Raquel Rodriguez again, even though they've just done that one. Like, there's the diversion, I guess, but this, I don't know, tease something that feels WrestleMania worthy when they want to actually put the burners on it. Like, if Liv Morgan's not going to announce for, say like the Raw after Elimination Chamber she picks as the one, this is just something nice to put in place to show there can be pretty good manufactured tension between these two, and then when you make it official, then you can ramp it up. I enjoyed this.
And there's still obviously stuff going on from SmackDown with Liv and Raquel. Still haven't dealt with that bloody elephant.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, we have, though.
Must be in the old office. Must have been scared off by the bee.
The wasp sent it
Probably
back
a
in.
skeleton now. What?
Just left.
If it's been left in there, it's probably bones.
Oh,
now.
God. Just
forgot
from
about
Daisy, the elephant. It's a bloodbath over there.
They're all dead. There's no blood left. It's all dried up. There's bones.
More bones than a BSK meeting.
Yep.
Speaking
all
of
dead.
bones, actually, you put me onto this with the internet's reaction to Stephanie Vaquer. It's now time for this week's Gooner Comment of the Week. All about, the woman who's apparently...
I'm actually shocked at your journalistic instincts here, Wilbourn, because as soon as Stephanie Vaquer made the entrance, I thought, right, okay, well, that's this week's sword.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a feeling that certain people would be enamored with it.
Yes, as always, these comments not reflecting WhatCulture, but just taken from in the words of James, who sent this a while back, who I love as a suggestion, from the WWE Gooniverse.
How many have we got? 5?
5?
Yeah.
It's Faye 5. Again.
You better try to get 5.
Yeah. Brad, again.
Government name.
You want to talk... I was going to read out his handle, but I'll not do that. I like you talking about instincts, because Brad writes, must wank for that body. There's like ellipses between each word.
What's that?
Who's telling him, like, no? Because the ellipsis would suggest that, like, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
But he can't help himself.
He's like tweeting from work or something.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that account? The anonymous, like where people send the stories in.
Fesshole.
This is not that. You're saying like, I'm not going to read his handle line. That wouldn't be fair. This is public.
Yeah.
They've posted from their, Brad, as you say, government name. You're doing a nice thing by protecting their integrity. Well, not completely reading the comment out. But like, yeah, it's not fesshole. It's just Brad's at work.
Brad's at work.
It's stopped from wanking.
Bit of a humble brag here from Jay, who just writes, time to go for round 9. So he's had 8 wanks presumably prior to this.
Puts 6 wanks from the forum. A shame that.
9.
I mean, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Front 9, back 9. That's what he's working on. Sherlock. I don't think that's their real name, but they've certainly cracked this case wide open. Must sound like firecrackers pounding that ass. Why is it the 4th of July already? Oh no. The neighbours. Dog's getting upset next door.
That could be a pickup line, though. I don't need one, of course.
Bit of a deep one, this. Normally they're quite surface level in terms of like...
Yeah.
Chris writes, my dick... Sorry.
Deep.
Yeah.
He's done. First 2 words.
Yeah.
Deep on this.
Yeah, it's deep, this.
Thinker.
My dick is just a straw to my soul for this woman.
Say that again?
My dick is just a straw to my soul for this woman.
Oh, he's in love.
I feel like you could read that on like a sign in Home Bargains or something. It's like, ooh,
Live, laugh, the kitchen.
Live, laugh, love. My dick is a straw to my... A dick is just a straw to a soul, if you think about it. WhatCulture.com/shop coming soon.
Yeah.
Finally, Charles simply writes, Raw, balls deep, on the beach, in front of everyone.
Oh, God, that is excellent. That they invent a reason why they, like, I don't know. So I don't care who sees, like, it's not going to happen. I don't know why you have to clarify that you don't care who sees it.
Everyone's saying, I'm really good at it, and that's what they're all saying.
Also, why on the beach? Beach as well, probably.
Why any of these?
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
Yeah, no, it's
They're
funny.
putting that on the internet.
It is a fan favourite, though. Thanks to everyone for their lovely comments. And that's this week's Gooner Comment of the Week. And then we had a triple threat elimination chamber qualifying match between Rhea Ripley, Ivy Nile, and Lyra Valkyria. To go to a break, Rhea jumped over the steps. Ivy was in a sort of electric chair position. She got dropped on the apron, and then Lyra dived out and raned Rhea on the floor. When we come back, there's a bit like Ivy Nile's sort of in a tree of woe. Was it Rhea? Someone just came over and just went wham, just
Crunch.
Yeah. Valkyria climbs over to set up Rhea Ripley for a superplex, but they do that spot when Nile rises up and double suplexes both of them. Nile also hit Ripley with a snap German almost landing a right on Lyra Valkyria. Could have been dangerous, that. Nile gave a spinning Uranagi to Valkyria for 2. She got a Dragon Sleeper, but Rhea broke that up with a headbutt. Rhea wanted Riptide, but Nile, nice counter into a backstabber. Valkyria hit Ivy Nile with a Nightwing, but Rhea flies in with a running knee, hits Riptide on Valkyria, and gets the 1-2-3 to join Divin Estrada in the chamber.
Ambitious to a fault. Again, like the women's qualifier on SmackDown had the exact same problem. Like this, I don't want to say like strange need, because I understand if you're thinking, right, let's come up with a bunch of 3-way spots that are going to pop the crowd. Like, I get that as a jumping off point if you're the wrestlers, but they didn't pop the crowd in either of these matches, and the like desperation to construct them exactly as they played out in the head, or maybe how they'd rehearsed them or whatever, that then didn't go right, that they then tried to like mangle their way through anyway. Just
it was a WWE way, that, isn't it?
Too much. So like, do what you can do and not what you can't. Like, I'd rather basic and supposedly boring, and it actually all like makes sense and people not botch.
No, I mean like the idea of they don't know how to work realistically. A lot of the WWE wrestlers, if you want the best wrestling, you go to AEW where the best wrestle. But they just barrel on through to just, we'll just do that again. Because they can't improvise.
Yeah, that ability.
Or then, like, they probably might be able to be fair, but like they're probably being like, they've had the conditioning of follow the script, it's telly.
Chelsea Green got injured doing that coast to coast. Like she couldn't work the mixed tag. Lola Vice and Guana won the belts. Somebody had to step in with Ethan Page. That
sucks.
First mistake Deadman's made with the pencil. But yeah, she got injured, like doing and Seth Rollins got injured doing that.
What's his best booking decision in her?
I would say at the moment, the bizarre world Americanos thing that's going on, which is like the flip of what's happening on Raw.
All of it for you?
Yeah.
Seen his reactions at friggin' seen this like what Kaiser's Americano gets down there. It's absolutely unbelievable. Like, and then they're on Raw and they're like, Gable's probably the babyface, isn't he? Do what the dead man's doing.
Yeah.
If in doubt, do what the dead man's
fixing
doing.
WWDMD.
Yeah. I was thinking about how he'd get it tattooed on his neck.
Like,
but then he wouldn't do that because he's made that mistake before.
Tate's got a tattoo. Do what I do and do what I say.
Including getting a tattoo of your ex-wife on your neck. You will not regret this. That's a really long tattoo, Mark. Yeah, shame for them because some of the stuff here was, especially before the break, was pretty good, pretty heated, but a couple of places in which it fell apart sort of ruined it a bit for me. I like Lyra Valkyria. She's somebody, this is the Tozawa, come on, WWE. Like, I do think they should be doing better by Lyra Valkyria, genuinely. Like, there is obviously something there. The fans are stuck with it after, the second half of the year when nothing was happening. The SummerSlam stinker with Becky Lynch was sort of the end of her push, and she's had to pretty much start again. And this was just that reminder that, like, nothing's happening for you till at least after WrestleMania. Like, I hope they do the tag team ladder match, because it's the only way someone like her is getting on the card. But I can sort of see her really trying to fix a couple of bits that went wrong, but the machine isn't particularly behind her at the moment.
It's weird that she got pinned.
Yeah.
Like, what's this going to do for Ivy Nile? Do you like not getting pinned?
Yeah.
Just pin her? Who's more likely to work a, proper feature PLE match over the course of 2026? Yeah. It is Lyra Valkyria. I'm already bored of these triple threat matches. There's about 8 left or whatever.
I'm excited for one next week.
There's
Bailey, Asuka, and Nattie next week, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one is obviously Dom, we'll get to it, Gunther and Javon.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be interesting as a dynamic.
Cody, Sammy, and Jacob as well.
But
that's awesome.
Just
right now.
Boop, get out the ring so I can get the pinfall. God, probably happen about 90% of the time. I tell you what as well. God, what a living being a WWE agent. You're probably on 6 figures, right?
I'd guess so, yeah.
I mean, you're probably on 6 figures if you are an agent, a producer, whatever they're called now, in the Fed. Like, what a life.
It's not as easy as it looks, Michael.
I mean, like, at what point when they book these I'm always fascinated by the process, and Unreal doesn't give you it enough. And Triple H is, I will not watch him get, washed. His public image. Seen him get washed, and it was in 2002. And I've already seen that, the effects of that for decades.
Is that the anonymous general manager?
I was
checking in.
My computer trying to do a restart halfway through the podcast.
Yeah, that would be less than ideal.
Yeah.
And the Wasp.
Do they feel like do they have any self-awareness at all? Like, do they go, I've got just the finish for this, but I can't do it every single time we do a triple threat match, can I? It's like, oh, God, I feel bad saying this, but I've got other ideas because I'm a WWE agent and therefore I have no imagination. What about someone just gets thrown out the ring last second and the other person capitalizes and makes the pin? Do they act like it's some eureka moment every time?
I'm picturing, on NXT when they've had like their open challenge and it's just the talent of fighting through the backstage to get to the ring and answer it. That's the agents wanting to get to with a stamp, which is push them out the ring and get the pin.
Yeah.
Like, I've got that one, yes!
I've got that one, yes.
Hurricane and Abyss just grappling with each other, and then all of a sudden Tyson Kidd sneaks in. Mine.
Don't know why you watch it.
Well, it's because it's the best thing that there has ever been. Like, you daft. 52 weeks a year. Keeps your life on track, mate.
Liv checks on Dom backstage, who's still selling the slap. Morgan consoles him.
Stupid question.
Okay.
He's got as I mentioned, he's got a qualifier next week. But they're in the clubhouse, I should say. They were playing darts right at the beginning of the show or something. But Finn's very dejected, just sat around there. Dom tries to console him. Hey, JD will be back soon. You can do some tag team bollocks or whatever. I really like the way he sold that. Yeah. Balor's like, no, I'm not done with the world title. Dom's like, sure about that, pal? You've not heard? He's facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Balor tells him, you know what, Dom? I'm tired of being an afterthought. It's always supposed to be family.
You just jonesing for some of that at this point.
Every week, pal.
Yeah.
And that leads, obviously. Anything you want to say about that? Apart from Dom being class as always.
Fun.
Yeah, Dom's good.
Michael Cole's in the ring. He's going to interview CM Punk, but Finn Balor jumps in, grabs a mic, talks about leaving Punk lying in the middle of the ring like a wounded dog 2 weeks ago. He said, I'm not going to let Roman Reigns take advantage of my kill. Not the first time he did. Remember when I was like, don't mention this. Remember when the top rope snapped?
I was like, why are you bringing that up?
He's tired of being an afterthought and being pushed around. He wanted Punk and the World Heavyweight title at Elimination Chamber. Punk beat him on his home turf, so Balor's going to beat Punk on his. And out comes Adam Pearce yelling at security. We've already had this chat, pal. He says, you've had your shot. You're too late to get another world title spoken for. Look, I've known you a long time. Let's not make this ugly. Please leave, or Punk or security's going to have to get involved. Punk gets involved, though. He runs down, chases Balor out of the ring. Balor stands on the announce table. Punk's in the ring, yelling at him. You're not an afterthought. You're the first thought. You don't deserve a title short.
What's a title short?
You don't deserve a title short.
Is.
You
I
don't
know what a title short is.
Why don't you come off that announce table, grow a pair, be a man, see what happens when you step into this ring. Let's go. Finn says, not like this. I'm not fighting you for no reason. Put the title on the line. I'll finish what I started 2 weeks ago. And then Punk says, Cleveland would love to see you do it. Come on, right here, right now. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm the champ. I'll beat your ass in Belfast. I'll beat your ass in Cleveland. If you want me to beat your ass in Chicago, I will. Make it so you're on. Pearce is like, absolutely not. Are you mental? I'm not putting the WrestleMania main event in jeopardy. Absolutely not. Think about this just for a second. Punk says, look, Pearce, I'm the champ. I deserve a little bit of the say and all the clout and the juice that comes with it. You either give me what I want or I'll spend the rest of this show chasing him, kicking his teeth down his throat. I will get my pound of flesh. Come on, do it. Make it official. And Pearce says, fine. CM Punk, Balor, World Heavyweight title at Elimination Chamber. It is official. We'll pause there and then we'll get to the interview.
I'd have booked this for SummerSlam so they can both wear the title shorts. But Elimination Chamber will have to do. Chicago in February is chilly. I absolutely love this. This is, all wrestling should do this all the time, basically. Right, there is a WrestleMania main event that's been set. AEW have been doing it really effectively with MJF. There is a WrestleMania main event that has been set up that is the main event, and everybody knows it's the main event. It's the world title program that you've been told to care the most about, you know. Sorry, Drew. But, like, that's a fact.
You're not sorry.
I'm not sorry, actually. No, like, you should
He tried on SmackDown, didn't he?
Yeah, you've tried and failed.
Yeah. So Next one, please.
They're taking the title off him before Mania.
Apparently, it's up in the air, isn't it? That's what
Yeah.
Dave says. Cody and Drew's no longer considered a total lock. Like, you cannot, and I said this on the SmackDown review, still available, of course, wherever you get your podcasts from. You cannot do the whole, hey, fragile Phil. I can't do the accent. I can if I don't try.
Yeah.
Which does mean I'm effortlessly great at accents, but in a way.
In a way.
In a way. But like, fragile Phil. I'll just shut up. The guy, you say something to him and he'll blow up. He's been all right since at least 2023. So he's on good form. He's on good behaviour for him.
Crash out incoming, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's just not going to stop talking about that. If you're a WWE fan who cares nothing about AEW, what does that mean to you anymore? Especially in 2020, in the big 26.
It was the stuff that wasn't even. It was getting crickets in like 2024. That like referencing that stuff in particular just wasn't landing in WWE buildings, was it?
Yeah.
I love this. This had everything I like, which is a good CM Punk promo, the world title feeling like the world title, and some solid wrestling admin. Like, actually make it all make sense. Adam Pearce has a perfectly rational reason for why this, sorry, Finn, this can't happen. And I kind of told you that already. You couldn't make it into the Rumble. You had your title shot. I've done everything fair by you. Like, that this was that tight plotting that I miss from WWE all the time, because there was a point where all of it was like this. AEW the same. Like, this is, everything should be held to, it's not the highest standards. It's just the most basic of standards. Meanwhile, CM Punk plays like the fighting world champion, a character that he's like sort of curated over the time he's held this world title, and it's the babyface he is currently, and it's going to be key that he's that babyface heading into the Roman Reigns match. So,
Hidden in from Washington.
So why would he not want to force this one through? To the point where then when Pearce is kind of left with no choice, he can put it back on who? His top babyface world champion, who really should be the one to like be the one that's driving the decisions anyway. Again, we always use Jack Tunney as the example for the reason, because like a Hulk Hogan would insist upon having the match because that's how a babyface world champion operates. And ideally the administrator, the guy in the suit, whatever, is simply the one just to like sign the contract and like, you know, pay the wrestlers, if you want to imagine that's how the world works.
Felt a bit sorry for Cleveland. They kind of got swerved at the
well, that was like
match.
That's what you do. If you're paying a ticket and you expect to get the big the match that's clearly mooted for the PLE, and they tease it purely so the babyface can look like he wants to deliver it for his people, and then it doesn't happen and he's upset, then you need to go to night school.
I would not be surprised if it was revealed actually they had the title match as a dark match.
Yeah, probably that kind of thing. Punk was excellent here and he got better, but I loved all of this. This is how you're supposed to do all wrestling.
Honestly, in terms of a total filler title defense, that plot hole, I guess it's not really a plot hole. I don't know, like the booking necessity of doing a match when you know who's going to win. It's a problem that plagues wrestling and has plagued wrestling forever. And there's just certain things you gotta do, even though there's no real merit to it. There's a purpose, but no merit, no drama. For that sort of thing, which this is as good as it gets. You've got Finn Balor, who's got a strong motivation for being in it. Not necessarily a claim, but, you know, a strong motivation to be in it. CM Punk, whose performance level and more to the point, motivation level, really sort of are driving forward how much I'm interested in this, because he felt checked out at various points last year, and he was just doing pretty slop stuff, like not this time last year, but at various points last year. He looks like he's got that belt, and the thing about CM Punk is, even though this won't always manifest, and he can be accused of being a hypocrite, when he says he wants to do something, he will goddamn do it, or endeavor to do it. Give him that belt, which he's really wanted, top billing on the big show in WWE. He's been screaming for it since at least 2009. Since at least 2009, when, you know, he was doing the Hardy stuff, and even he himself was saying in 2000, was it 2008 or 7 they were doing the Morrison stuff, where he's like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah, 7, and then he took ages to win the title into 2008.
Yeah, and then it's like, but 2009, he was like, nope, undeniable now. He's wanted that top billing since 2009. And off and on, he's deserved it. He's finally got it. He's the champion on Raw, which is kind of like, I think in terms of importance, superseded SmackDown at this point. And he wants it, and he's motivated. He just feels every inch the top guy. And in terms of, it's been uneven in the ring, so I thought the AJ Styles match wasn't very good. But the Bálor match, his promo segments, that Roman segment, stellar. Absolutely stellar. Yeah, he's had thus far. And he's not treating it the way that a lot of wrestling fans are, and that's helping. Of like, oh yeah, do Bálor again at the Chamber. It's an easy match. Chicago, filler title defense. The intrigue and what might happen and what might not, and the drama lies in the Chamber matches. But you do something like Punk Bálor. He's not treating it like that. He's treating it as this thing that he needs to do to augment his legacy as this top guy that he finally is, that he's been spending a career trying to be. And I love the treatment of the Roman Reigns CM Punk match as well. Like, it's rare that someone like Adam Pearce or like any insert authority figure name, they would just treat it as like, well, yeah, the winner of this is going on. It's like, he's treating it like you could jeopardize this goddamn main event. This is huge for WrestleMania. And in turn, that makes that match feel even more enormous after last week's incredibly acclaimed showdown. So,
more sideways burn on Drew.
I know.
Well, not as big as that.
Yeah.
We need this. We need this big match.
Because if it's a night one, this is night two. Come on, you can't jeopardize night two, the real quiz.
A mirror of that this week. She's like, hey, after what happened, I want to defend this title against Cody Rhodes. And GM's like, yeah, fine. Sweet.
The real jam.
Okay.
Yeah, do what you want. Do what you like. Tremendous, really, considering what the stakes are and what the outcome we know is. They've done a good job. And then obviously Bálor, his story will not end overlapping with the Judgment Day, what doesn't overlap with the freaking Judgment Day, I guess. But 2029 will still be asking if they're about to break up. God willing.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Well, yeah, it continued after this because Balor's led away. Punk's there with Cole in the ring. Oh, you probably had a question for me, didn't you, before all this? And yeah, Cole asks, why would you jeopardize one of the greatest main events in history for this match against Bálor? Punk says, jeopardize? I'm not jeopardizing anything. What I'm doing, Michael Cole, is building something, chasing something. Something is greatness. I'm a fighting champion that people deserve to see every Monday night. A story that I told over 10 years ago, 434 days. All I'm trying to do is be 1% better every single day. And with that comes a responsibility.
What happens when he reaches 100?
That's a good point. Or where was he at previously?
Yeah, I know.
Was he in minus?
But yeah, with that comes the responsibility of wearing the crown. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime to prove I am what I say I am. And that is the best in the world. I'm not jeopardizing anything. I'm brave enough to know without any risk, there's no reward. I'm brave enough to put it on the line every single Monday night in front of these people because I love them and they deserve it. I'm humble enough to know that it could all end any night, any city, in front of any crowd. But I'm also confident enough to know that, ladies and gentlemen, that ain't going to happen.
It's, this is me saying it as well, a well-known sufferer of PDS. You watch CM Punk in this mood, in this zone, at this level, and he's been quite incredible this year. And he's nowhere near as good a babyface as he is as a heel, and yet he's still doing this.
He says, Roman Reigns, you say you hate me. I don't truly believe that. I mean, how could you hate me?
Easily.
I did think of you the moment he said that. I don't think even you hate what I'm trying to build. I think you hate that you can't do a damn thing to stop it. There's one way WrestleMania ends, and that's with my hand raised and the ring announcer saying, and still heavyweight champion of the world, CM Punk.
I thought the mention last week of the Punk title reign was just to make a throwaway gag about who's better at sex. When they were talking about how long he held the title for versus how long Roman Reigns had it. I really like this as some added texture to the eventual Punk Reigns feud, because like you touched on it there, Sidge, about like how a lot of this is meta for CM Punk because of what he didn't get the first time and now he's getting and making the most of and all of that. That being, so back then, Punk couldn't get those main event spots to the point where the character had to turn heel. Lost to The Rock. Couldn't fight his way back into the main event because The Rock was back, and John Cena, the guy that was taking his main events in the first place, was still there and all that. Brock Lesnar was another guy who was just like this kind of mercenary figure that while Punk was like increasingly just adding bandages and crutches to his like sort of like visual presentation every week because how knackered he was, all outlined on the Colt Cabana podcast. It's quite interesting how he's flipped that as the like to become like the top babyface trait now. Like he's kind of using those same arguments, but as the current reign defending best in the world, Roman Reigns. I have lived this life before where people just sort of come in when they want and do what they want. But guess what? I've actually got the power to stop that now. I've got the power to do something about that now. And I'm going to use that power where I should have had it all along in the main event of WrestleMania to beat the people. Like he's kind of almost positioning Roman Reigns, which puts Roman Reigns over as the Rock and Cena back then. This is like, they wouldn't even let me climb. I knew I could scale the mountain back then. They wouldn't even let me climb it. Like now, like I've scaled it, mate. Like I've done it. You are not the mountain you think you are when I wrestle you. It's like I just feel that'll become a part of the story when Roman's back on Raw and they're doing more back and forth and stuff like that I didn't necessarily see coming. It's
doing quite a few dates, isn't he? Towards the
most of March, isn't it? Yeah. And then the WrestleMania go home. So there'll be a few face to faces. Like, yeah, just a nice added little ingredient. There's a number of things they can both pick at with each other, but I think that's going to be a good one from Punk. Like, I didn't think there was any more left to milk out of the WrestleMania main event story because he got it sort of last year, you know, but it looks like he's found another way to kind of tweak it a little bit.
This, yeah.
Yeah, he gets proper. He had his run up last year.
It's funny how, like, I mean, Punk made a salient point, like, Austin got it one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
1 year. Mm-hmm. And it pretty much is real. It's just funny.
Yeah, oh, it's,
People use it as a stick to beat him with.
You get it both ways, don't you?
Just deserve a beating.
After this, there's...
you complete me.
There's Adam Pearce thanking security for getting Bálor out of the building when he's confronted by Paul Heyman, who's not shaving now. The world's falling apart, and what's left of the Vision.
Enter Reddit, talking about how he's Daniel Day-Lewis because he hasn't had a shave for a week.
Is that what people are saying?
No, but remember that time when he did that promo when he was crying or whatever?
Yeah. Wilbourn had a good tweet about it, I think.
Oh, Paul Heyman will have Paul
Reddit go on like he's Daniel Day-Lewis because he... oh, God, I hate them, and I hate him as well. Paul Heyman looks like he's not important anymore. At least on screen.
Not right. He's going to have to figure his way back into a proper spot here, isn't he? Because you can see it.
Yeah.
Why? How have I ended up with you?
I'm seeing double here. I'm seeing triple here. 3 Curtis Axels.
Double vision.
Yes. I like it.
Heyman says that Pearce pushed Breaker to the point that he went home and deadlifted weights until 5 a.m. to pop a hernia.
Not a bad workaround of the injury,
yeah. He said that's a career-ending injury for anyone, but not Bron Breakker. But he puts the blame on Pearce. Pearce just, I like when he's like, get out of here.
You're starting to think he's a bit hard now, when he Pearce. It's kind of doing my tits.
But I think he's going to get. I think that's what they're heading towards. I think these boys are going to wreck him at some point because he says, "Look, I know Bron Breakker's the future. No one besides the Vision wants him back faster than I do. But you know, Austin Theory, you've got a qualifying match tonight. Rest of you, please stay out of it, all right? FAFO, all that again." Logan Paul's just like, what are you going to do about it? I'm the biggest star to come out of Cleveland. You're not going to do anything. Bronson Reed says, easy, big fella. He's my problem now.
It's funny when you use a rockism to describe Bronson Reed.
Yes.
Because what you only serve to do there is just remind people that Bronson Reed is not the Rock.
Yes. And technically, easy, big fella, he's talking about his penis, isn't he?
He's talking about his big, fat, long cock.
Good stuff. Yeah.
More thoughts after the match.
I've got none. This mid-card is
I'm fascinated by this mystery. We'll get to it.
He's such a dickhead.
I think he just is.
I am? Who is it?
It's Seth Rollins, man.
He's injured. The weird facial hair at the thing. Wait and see. Then we saw Nattie versus Maxxine Dupri.
What's the point of this?
1 minute, 36 seconds. Dupri got her in an ankle lock. Nattie escaped. She put it on again outside the ring.
I'll take on everyone. I've got him in an ankle lock. Booking.
Yeah, oh God, I know.
I'm not too sure about this old
Vaquer,
Nattie
you should be
character all of a
surprised.
sudden. I might be selling my stock. Yeah, she puts on again outside the ring. So Nattie boots her into the ring steps, shoves her into the ring post, puts her on the announce table. And, I mean, this is Nattie. She put a sharpshooter on really well. And the referee called for a double count out. And AJ Lee ran out, checked on Dupri, helped us to the back, and Becky Lynch jumped her as they were leaving.
Didn't mind that.
That was funny.
Yeah, just
This was definitionally a waste of time, wasn't it? They clearly didn't want to advance anything. They didn't want to. Why don't you want to? Why is Maxxine Dupri like,
This is the one thing I do not care about in WWE whatsoever.
Why are they
That's
so
how bad it is.
intent on protecting her? She's crap.
Yeah.
She is.
It'd be so good.
She's hopeless.
We get one question at a press conference. Why do you care?
She makes Jey Uso look like bloody Roddy Piper in Portland, who knows better than Jey Uso, right?
So I'm told by the liars. No, I'm sure that's.
No, honestly,
I've seen the same fuck.
Is that
is
the one
like-
who's in the 2008 Rumble? That guy?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
No, Jey Uso for me.
I mean, that's good stuff. That is good. Why did they do this? Like, surely, like, if you introduced a new persona, like the two faces of Natalia, I mean, quite frankly, as a conceit, it's pathetic.
We've got the four faces of Foley from last week.
Yeah. So you got the two faces of Natalia, like not being funny, one's been around for like 20 years. Is that not long enough? Now we need a second Natalia. What? No, if anything, we need less Natalia. We need fewer Natalias and or less Natalia. If you're going to try and get Nattie over, I get it. If you one of these like freaks like us who keeps their ear to the ground and watches all sorts, or at least takes notice of all sorts, like watching Nattie work stiff and coming out to Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's funny. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. She's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Sustains you for about 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And you go back to the drudgery of your day. You know what I mean? You're not fantasy booking now. You're not like desperate to see the next Nattie match.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it better than this, Levesque. You idiot.
Just like
Already a complete loser.
Ken Shamrock, like world's most dangerous man. Get out of my way! And just like some heel goes, no, pushes him over.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't seem that dangerous, does he? Like,
Anyway, let's move on to
almost a burial. This I'm seeing one like this in a while.
It was
Almost a burial.
Crazy.
Do I have to do it? Yeah. Right, I'll do it for 1 minute and 36 seconds then.
Yeah.
So technically I've done it, but
I'm going to quit.
yeah, exactly. Then we got Bravo and Rhea Americano, flanked of course by El Grande Americano versus Javon Evans and a mystery partner who turned out to be the original El Grande Americano. Huge pap for this.
The OGs was quite nice.
Yeah. And the crowd, he did that bit where he shouts whilst jumping around the ring and the crowd, bouncy.
Yep.
After the break, El Grande original. It's still weird to say as a sentence. Makes the hot tag and hits the Americanos with a very familiar looking double German suplex. But as he goes up top, El Grande Americano, no original, trips him off the
How
top.
long has he been doing this? When did El Grande America? I don't know.
Just put yourself on pause there.
El Grande Americano.
Yeah,
When was he hit the scene?
that was like just before WrestleMania last year. February maybe.
She's been doing it for a full year, this bit.
What bit? Who is it? Anyway, the original gets tripped off the top. Awesome spot this. As he's down, Rhea goes to dive off the top, but Javon Evans meets him midair with a cutter.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, they could not have timed that better if they'd done it 1,000 more times.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like Javon, I think, needed a
Yeah.
to say it moment like that.
Yeah.
Evans takes out Rhea with a dive, and El Grande Americano original diving headbutt. 1, 2, 3. Post match.
You don't mind the word moments, do you?
I like the word moments. I think it's mostly what wrestling should be about.
Just making sure. Yeah.
El Grande, heel El Grande attacks post-match. They tried to unmask Original. Original turns the tables and almost unmasks the new one. But we still don't know who anyone is.
A little bit in service of the dead man.
Are they doing an unmasking match at WrestleMania?
Well, I don't know if they do it at WrestleMania or if it's going to be for down the line.
They've put too much time on this on WWE TV.
Maybe.
Dead man referee, maybe.
If you want. I didn't like this match. I'm sorry. Like, the spot was incredible.
Yeah, I'm the same.
But the rest of it was a bit flat, a bit boring. I think I'm just done with cover your ears. Chad Gable in the mask. I don't know what you still do. Okay, Wilbourn.
I couldn't hear you. My ears were covered. So
Yeah, he's talking about how Chad Gable's under the mask and he thinks it's a bad use of Chad Gable.
what with Rhea and Bravo? I'll look into it.
See when he's back from injury, yeah?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Cover your ears again. I don't massively care about what Ludwig Kaiser does next. So when you bring this to an end, I don't know what happens then. However, like, I think it's just time to bring all of this to a conclusion. In WWE, at least. It's not that over in the building.
Trust me,
really.
bro. I wish a lot of Raw's mid-card would be brought to a conclusion. There's a lot of stuff just going on that I can't get excited by nor start to take seriously.
Wilbourn. He's not in like a soundproof booth on a game show. Although, what would he be listening to if he was?
What do you think he's, what song's going through his head right now? What do you think?
Early Arctic Monkeys. First album, maybe second album.
No, he's an AM guy, I think.
AM, okay. Scouting for girls.
Do I want to know?
Now he's listening to some Radio 4 comedy.
Yes, he is, yes. I was listening to the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast.
Yes.
You finished?
Yeah.
So
What
whose
song was going through your head then?
do I want to know? Arctic Monkeys, probably. And then like some just like funny, just thinking about some funny things. As I was giggling. So who's El Grande Americano original then? If Chad Gable's the new one, like you said before, who's?
No.
So you haven't got a bloody clue either. You're all over the
Come on,
place.
just
you
get
two.
on.
Final straw.
That was Snow Patrol.
Oh yeah.
Here's the twist. This Americano stuff was garbage from the jump.
Hugely popular.
You know who's hugely popular, dude? The Beatles. Michael Jackson was hugely popular. Chad Gable in a mask has never really been hugely popular, has it? Hugely popular.
I know I'd rather see at WrestleMania.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Like him saying everything's great?
no, that's Tony Khan you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's true.
Check out the news today, by the way, for a Tony Khan, John McEnroe impression,
Yeah, he drops in, doesn't he?
Yeah. along with the famous musician. Anyway, I just love the fact that every time they cut to Gunther nowadays, it seems to start with him going, like just laughing at the fact he's ruining careers.
Good.
Byron Saxton's interviewing him. They've shown him obviously ruining AJ Styles' career, and then choking out Dragon Lee last week, of course. And he says, yeah, you can ask me about that bloody dragon. I couldn't care less. I love him. He's great. And he says he got a qualifying match next week. And he says, yep. Look,
Yep.
my road to my road to WrestleMania should have been cemented when I retired. Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. But now I'm going to have to do something next week, aren't I? But don't worry. I'm going to win and walk out as WWE champion at WrestleMania.
I'd love all those things to happen.
Yeah, I think
Gunther
I
could be
do
the
too.
answer, couldn't he? Like the Raw SmackDown of it all doesn't matter when it comes to WrestleMania season. Yeah, that would tie up a lot of loose ends, solve a lot of problem skis. If Gunther was just over there in the mix.
Yeah.
Top guy stuff, innit?
Also, would be really funny if, nothing against Javon, but Gunther drops Javon, Dominik Mysterio shoves him out of the ring and steals it.
Well, I have a feeling John Evans is going to win. So that's probably Dominik Mysterio getting pinned and maybe setting them up for a IC feud.
I think Dom should win.
Yeah?
Everything.
The lot.
Yeah.
Beats Drew.
I'll let you know on the preview.
Yes. We'll save that for next
Save
week.
something for the Raw preview. Don't get too excited about next week's Raw.
I'll still be just as fired up by
It's
then.
the worst thing. This is the longest time
Yeah.
till next week's Raw. It's like Boxing Day.
Mhm.
Boxing Day is actually good.
Hmm?
Boxing Day is the first point where you kind of like you can see the wood for the trees. It's like, oh, New Year's Eve's on the horizon. You know what comes after New Year's Eve? Like
Work.
2nd to 3rd of January.
Yeah. I like Boxing Day, mate. A total nothing day where you can just scran and like, play on James's new PS5 games and whatnot, and on the darts board. Oh God, love darts, man.
I was watching some BBC4 music thing I'd had in the planner, and it played a bit of like some performance from Jules Holland's Hootenanny this year, and I was just like, oh God, it's great to watch this in February. Because you associate it with like December 31st and some New Year's Eve terrible night or whatever, and it's oh God, like still trapped in this blasted time of year.
Crimbo limbo.
Yeah, and then it's just like to watch it now and be like, yes, it's February. Like we're like that from there to there being WrestleMania. Like we're a good month through.
Do you want to know how old
The
I am?
real Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how old I am now? Yesterday, I went, still light out, so that's how old I am now. I'm just getting excited the fact it's still...
When did you say that? Like 2 in the afternoon? It's just,
Yeah.
it's just been darkness and rain all year
Yeah.
so far.
It's horrible.
Oh, I'm very miserable with it. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, rubbish. Main event time. L.A. Night.
Getting hungry.
Was that
Yeah.
No, you did it.
I would have done,
already,
yeah. Wants to be more enthusiastic. I'm glad he's back. I like him.
Yeah, Austin Theory and Penta. I liked the beginning of this match where it wasn't even like you take a turn, I'll take a turn. They were just really enjoying both beating the crap out of Austin Theory.
Me too.
Penta hits a handstand into a drop kick. LA Knight hit a panic attack for 2. But eventually when Theory gets dumped outside, they're like, okay, let's fight each other now. That happens for a while, but then Theory drags Penta out of the ring, does that nice... I do like that rolling dropkick thing that does into the ring onto LA Knight, and then sends Penta into the steps to go to a break. When we come back, Knight hits a neck breaker, but Penta breaks up the cover. Penta knocks Knight out of the ring, and Theory gives Penta a brain buster. Knight hit Theory with a shoulder tackle, gets him out of the ring, bounced his head off the announce desk. Penta, you can get it too. Knight then countered a rolling drop kick into a belly-to-back suplex, but Penta flies in with a crossbody to both of them. Super kicks Theory, gives Knight a sling blade, backstabber to Penta, but Knight breaks up the cover. Knight set up Penta for a superplex, but Theory gets underneath them, and they all go down with a powerbomb. Knight responded with a reverse DDT and a diving elbow drop on Theory. But suddenly here comes, I thought they said they weren't going to get involved, Logan Paul and Bronson Reed. And I thought, here comes the DQ.
Perfectly legal, Cole. Sorry, I'm hungry. I completely zoned it.
Senator. But Knight knocks him off the apron.
This made about boring.
Knight goes after Logan outside.
Boring, going nowhere wrestlers.
Knight goes after Logan Paul outside. Bronson Reed runs him over.
That really made me laugh with Americo. Mr. Sidgwick.
We haven't watched that in a while. Can we watch that after this?
Senator.
Senator. Why did Logan distract the referee? What did it matter?
Well, in his triple threat, like DQs don't happen. So
Anyway, as he does that,
it's perfectly legal, Cole.
Reed hits Knight with a tsunami. Pearce is out there. He's furious, obviously. And they get, as they're getting escorted out of there, Theory curb stomps Knight, and you think, here we go. But Penta breaks up the cover by yanking Theory out of the ring. But Theory chucks him over the announce desk, and suddenly, a masked man appears, super kicks Theory, curb stomp, chucks him back in the ring, legs it before the Vision can get him. And LA Knight, who looked dunzo, hits a BFT for the 1, 2, 3
I like that.
to join Randy Orton in the men's chamber.
I was into this because I just really like LA Knight. I've got an emotional investment in this being his year in some capacity. I don't even know what that classifies as yet. Money in the Bank, maybe? I don't think he's winning.
I also think it's funny whenever people are like, they've screwed the final chance to ever get him over. No, they haven't.
No.
All you have
All
to
in the
do
chase
is
for
just
him.
say his name and
Yeah.
it's fine.
So I got quite a lot out of this. The Vision stuff, you know, the Seth Rollins injury initially that ultimately forced the hand in terms of how quick the Braun Breaker turn was. Then now Braun Breaker getting injured right as Seth Rollins is back, or is he? It's just they're trying to create a lot of movement and distraction, I think, to get away from the fact that they don't know what they've got here. It's very hard, isn't it, to like land on one definite, this is great. Like, let's
You don't
say,
know what you've got till it's Braun, would you say?
I wish I had, but you did.
That's good.
Yeah.
If you like.
Like, what have we got at the moment, potentially? Not Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory. Not Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed, done it.
We've already done Logan Paul at Mania.
Yeah, Logan Paul's not
Of
happening at
course, yeah.
Mania. So there's not one match, there's not, multi-mans.
You can just come back. You can just come back another time if you want.
Yeah, he could. So yeah, this hedging of the bets, some of it out of their hands, but nonetheless, it's sort of it. I find it a bit annoying. Because
Ryback was given a recovery time for a hurt that I read on X. He talked about getting an injury and he said, I recovered from a groin strain in this time, so it'll probably be back by this time. Feed me more. I think he said
just a way to
feed me more, by the
neg
way.
Braun Breaker. Let me say, I got over that in 3. Look,
Yeah.
that just reminds me, in no way am I endorsing this man's behaviour in any other respect, but when Vincent McMahon blew both his quads at the Royal Rumble 2005 and then walked into WrestleMania just to take the piss out of Triple H and say, I did too, mine. I'll be back in 3 months.
Yeah.
What's your excuse, son-in-law? Like, that's that kind of mentality. That's that. I would expect Braun Breaker.
Deranged.
Yeah, I would expect Braun Breaker to read that and be like, right then.
What are you laughing at?
So I was looking for this tweet about this. Everyone's talking about, obviously, Braun's hernia. Back in WWE, I wrestled 7 months injured wearing compression shorts under my singlets. A strained groin turned into a bilateral core muscle tear, ripping both lower abs. Expected recovery was up to 20 weeks. I was back full-time in 10. Whatever Braun's time is, I guarantee he beats it. Hungry mentality, and that's the last bite, feed me more. And that wasn't what I was laughing at. I'd gone on his X to find this, and that's the image that's staring back at me. It's a ramen noodles video. 256 grams of protein.
Right back doing YouTube faces.
I love it.
At least he's doing food stuff, I suppose. Gets to enjoy that. Fruits of his labour.
Yeah.
I think a video on his YouTube channel, I think it's just the one of him eating crisps, has like millions of views.
Yeah.
Something insane. But yes, that's the latest from Ryback with regards to Braun's
Good.
injury and what they could do with him at Mania.
Nice to check in with
I
Ryback.
didn't expect to hear from Ryback today, but here we are.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, we're
about that.
talking about Paul Heyman's failed mid-card act.
Yes.
Yeah.
All ties together.
Speaking of failed mid-card acts, okay. Can you think of, like you're doing fantasy book on the spot, right? But like, can you think of anything other than LA Knight's popular, right? I get it. Penta's still cool. But like this Raw mid-card, what would you do with it at WrestleMania?
Not much.
There's not much
not much spark
going
at the
on,
moment,
is there?
No. Elimination Chamber's got to refine sort of like who's who. Where are people fitting here in the tier? Because once you know somebody that's in that like upper mid-card group, then you can think, right, I'll book them.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's all a bit too vague where everybody's sitting. Like, is Javon Evans above or below someone like an LA Knight? We don't really know. Like, it's, yeah. I'd like to think that'll tighten itself up a little bit after Elimination Chamber. But I know what you mean.
It feels very familiar.
It's all a bit sludgy at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there any chance, and this is genuinely isn't a bit, that it's not Seth Rollins? I know it could not be Seth Rollins
Yeah.
right now.
yeah,
It could be-
decoy.
yeah.
I think so. I feel as though they wouldn't have done it this way around if they knew for definite he was back. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit there.
You
Like,
often do. I mean, you make a living giving this institution too much credit. You've just said it is the best thing to have ever existed ever.
I was going to say RE : check my prior comments. Like, it's just
You could say not only is it not the best thing ever, on many occasions it is demonstrated that it is in fact the worst wrestling promotion ever.
you're such a smart guy, and yet you've been so incorrect with your facts this episode. I don't know, because I feel like they would just bring Seth Rollins back. I think then it's only Seth Rollins, but he does have a certain value, and maybe they're just being more patient with it. I think
Maybe
it was
they don't want to bring him back before the chamber so people don't go, get him in the chamber.
Well, on Ryback and Bron Breakker, if Bron Breakker, I said this yesterday, if Bron Breakker's good to go, I would bring them both back with like a week. So like Seth Rollins, hey, it was me, I was under the mask all along. And then Bron Breakker returns as well and spears him, and you've got 7 days to get excited for the match at WrestleMania. Because the longer Seth's around, the more you'll hear no sound.
Yes. I like that more.
What if the week prior to that, Byron Saxton's like, oh, I've been granted an exclusive interview with Bron Breakker.
Mm.
And there's just a Bron Breakker shaped hole in the wall, and like bandages just left behind. It's like he's run into the next arena.
Perfect. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that anything?
No.
Okay, well,
Just loads of walls in the hospital. Like, he's been through all of them.
Yeah.
It's 23 mile an hour.
Is this what the SmackDown podcast is for an hour and a half?
it better have been yesterday, me not being there.
We tried.
Get
A
well
lot
soon
of analysis got in there.
Yeah.
get well soon to Diamond after her injury.
Oh, I haven't seen this week's
Saturday.
Gladiator. There's an injury on
Not
Gladiator.
nice, not pretty. And best luck tonight to the United Strand.
Mm.
Hopefully getting his hair cut if United win their 5th game in a row.
We did talk about.
I'd rather Man who lost on most games that they played, to be honest.
Do you want him to get his hair cut?
I don't want Man U to lose. Do I? Yes.
I think I like the finishing of this story.
Yeah,
I think we're going to
it
wrestle.
was a nice. You described, what was it,
This is WrestleMania 40. Like when he got 3, that was 39, and I was thinking, come on, we need to get a 5 now. Now's the right time, and I was incorrect. Turns out there was another peak, and it's this one. The vibes are right.
I can't remember the last time I had a conversation. I didn't pertain. I mean, I've just done it. To out else that Hamflett didn't immediately crowbar a WWE analogy into.
It's how I view the world.
I know.
It's helped me make sense of it,
I know.
and now forever
And
together.
this is why you. Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts on everything we've discussed in the comment section below, or an X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. You can follow all 4 of us. You can follow You can follow Michael Hamflett at
HamflettX@gmail.com. I'm also on Cameo.
follow Michael Sidgwick at
Double. Double who? Sidgwick, if you like.
follow our producer Adam Nicholas at,
It's Adam Nicholas.
and you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. NXT preview coming your way later on today. But for now, it's been the Raw review. My thanks to Hamflett, to Sidgwick, to Nicholas. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.